A long time ago in the quaint village of Ndike, there lived a girl named Kambili. She was full of life, exuded kindness, possessed a good character, and had great virtues. Her father, Okonkwo, a skilled hunter, roamed the forest each day in search of game, while her mother, Akunna, tended to her herbs and spices, her hands weaving magic into every bundle she sold at the market. But beneath the facade of normalcy lurked a harsh reality: the stigma of the Osu Caste system, a burden they carried like a heavy chain around their necks. Despite their hard work and dedication, the villagers shunned them, casting them out like unwanted shadows. Okonkwo was barred from attending any of the meetings held by the members of his age grade or any other events organized by his community. He barely sold his game in the village because none of the villagers would patronize him. He would trek for miles every day to the other villages in order to make sales. This was the same for his wife, who was also rejected from the meetings and whose wares gathered dust in the market stalls because they were not bought by the villagers. Kambili, with her ebony hair and bright eyes, bore the brunt of their prejudice. She found herself alone in the crowd. She was mocked, bullied, and ostracized by her peers because their parents had warned them to sternly desist from associating with her. People spat on the ground that she tread upon and looked at her with disdain and disgust. Even at Iyoma River, where everyone in the village sourced for water, no one would want to fetch their water from the path where Kambili had drawn hers. All the men who desired to court her were restrained from doing so by their parents and kinsmen. It was regarded an abomination to marry an Osu. Lonely and isolated, Kambili found solace in the company of another outcast, Obiageli, a girl orphaned at a young age, who lived with her aged grandmother in a humble thatched roof hut. Despite their predicament, Okonkwo's family found comfort in each other's company, their love a beacon of light in the darkness that enveloped them. One cold evening, Okonkwo sat in his obi, a small room where he relaxed after a long hard day. He had set up a small fireplace so as to keep warm. His wife sat on a wooden stool beside him, and his daughter Kambili sat with them as was their custom. Kambili looked at her father with curiosity and observed the sadness in his eyes. "Papa, why do people hate us so much?" she asked in a rather candid manner. After a brief pause, Okonkwo, with his right hand supporting his jaw, answered quietly, "Because we are Osu and as such seen as outcasts. However, what they do not know is that all men are equal, and we have as much potential to succeed as they do. Kambili, my daughter, do not let any circumstance or people's perception of you deter you from being the best version of yourself." Though Kambili heaved a sigh of relief after listening to her father, she kept pondering on why she had to continue to suffer such inhumane treatment because of an uncanny practice. And as she lay in bed each night, she would cry herself to sleep. But as the years passed, the weight of rejection grew heavier until Okonkwo could bear it no longer. "Enough is enough," he declared one evening, his voice tinged with resolve. "We will seek a new life in Orauku, a distant village where our past will not haunt us." Akuna's eyes widened with surprise, her heart fluttering with a glimmer of hope. "Do you really think it's possible?" she asked, her voice tinged with cautious optimism. Okonkwo nodded as he gazed steadily. "We have to try," he replied, his voice firm with determination. And so the family packed their belongings and set off into the unknown, their hearts heavy with uncertainty, yet buoyed by the promise of a fresh start. Their arrival in the new village was met with curiosity and warmth. In Orauku, they found acceptance and opportunity, and as they settled into their new home, their spirits were lifted by the promise of a fresh start, and their hearts were lightened with the hope of a better tomorrow. Kambili, once ostracized and alone, found herself surrounded by friends, her laughter mingling with theirs like a symphony of joy. As her mother wandered in the marketplace, her heart swelled with gratitude as she sold her wares effortlessly, and her father's voice was heard discussing and laughing heartily with fellow men after a long day of stalking the forest shadows in search of wildlife. But amidst their newfound happiness, betrayal lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike when they least expected. One fateful day, as the afternoon slowly gave way to dusk, Kambili and two of her closest friends, Nnedi and Oledo, were returning from Mmilioma River from where they had fetched water. As they walked through the path that led to the village square, they were chatting happily and in a carefree manner when Oledo suddenly blurted out, "Kambili, you have been a good friend to us and I am thrilled that you are here with us, but I have been curious as to why your family left your community and moved to our village." Kambili was taken aback as she did not expect to be questioned about their choice of relocating to another village. She, however, confided in her friends and spilled her family secret. Little did she know that their loyalty would soon be tested and their friendship torn asunder. As rumors spread like wildfire, the villagers' attitudes shifted once again, their acceptance replaced by rejection and scorn. Kambili's heart, once filled with hope, now brimmed with despair. But despite the pain she felt, she resolved not to be brought down by the stigma imposed on them by traditions and superstitions. Therefore, she channeled her inner strength and mastered the art of weaving. Amidst the darkness, a glimmer of light appeared in form of Obinna, the handsome prince of the land, who was instantly attracted to Kambili the moment he saw her sitting in front of their house and weaving what would later become a masterpiece while he strolled through the village one evening. Their bond deepened with each passing day until at last the prince declared his love for Kambili, vowing to stand by her side against all odds. "I love you, my dear Kambili, and I want to make you my wife," Prince Obinna would continually reassure Kambili. Kambili, though skeptical, remained hopeful. But their happiness was short-lived as his parents vehemently opposed the union, blinded by prejudice and tradition. Undeterred, the prince fought for their love, his conviction unwavering in the face of adversity. And in a testament to the power of love and perseverance, his parents relented, recognizing Kambili's worth beyond the constraints of caste and convention. In a joyous celebration that echoed through the village, Kambili and the prince were joined in matrimony, their union a beacon of hope for all who dared to defy the shackles of prejudice. Kambili's parents were promoted and given a new lease of life. Her friends and all who mocked her pleaded for forgiveness and she gracefully forgave them. And as Kambili and Prince Obinna embarked on their journey together, hand in hand, the scars of the past faded into memory, replaced by the boundless promise of a future filled with love and acceptance. This story carries several valuable lessons. The first lesson is that of resilience in the face of adversity. The family's journey teaches us the importance of resilience and perseverance in the face of hardship. Despite facing rejection and ostracism, they refuse to give up hope and seek a better life elsewhere. Secondly, the story shows the power of love and compassion. The prince's compassion and willingness to defy social norms highlight the transformative power of love and empathy. His actions show that genuine compassion can break down barriers and inspire positive change. Thirdly, the destructive nature of prejudice. The story also serves as a stark reminder of the destructive nature of prejudice and discrimination. The family's suffering at the hands of their own community underscores the harmful effects of judging others based on superficial factors such as caste or social status. Fourthly, the story emphasizes the importance of forgiveness. Kambili's willingness to forgive her friends and former community members demonstrates the healing power of forgiveness. Despite the pain they caused her, she chooses to let go of resentment and move forward with her life. Lastly, the story celebrates the triumph of hope over despair. Despite facing seemingly insurmountable obstacles, the family finds happiness and acceptance in their new home, reminding us that there is always hope for a brighter future, even in the darkest of times. Did you enjoy this story? Please drop your comments below. Also, kindly subscribe to our channel and share and like this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.